Cherry Ghost. People help the people. Right. You've probably noticed I'm not quite as animated as usual. That's because I'm in a bad way. So, I was having a lovely day. Went for a walk. Met up with a lovely charity, Dogs on the Street. Scruffled some dogs. Came back. Went to the gym. Had lunch. Lentil soup. Thanks for asking. Had a nap. Thought, oh, I'll do a bollocks gang tonight. Brilliant. Went for a run, about 4. Tied my shoe up. Back went. Agony. Couldn't walk. Took me ages to. I'd only made it to the end of the street, and it's that thing when you're in agony and you can't walk, but you don't want to look weird to anyone. So I wanted to lie down and scream, "Get me a ambulance!" Right, but I made it back. Came and said my back's gone. Laid on the floor. Took some naproxen, which we've always got because the last time a back goes or toothache or something. Right, that's meant to relax it. Tried to walk, couldn't walk. Gets to 5. I think, oh, I've got to do the bollocks gang. I'm in agony, still sweating, still in my workout gear. So Jane helps me get undressed. I get into the shower, then getting dressed. Even with 2 of us, getting dressed is a bit of a chore. And also, because I'm moving weird, and every couple of seconds going, like when I was to stand up, right? The cat is sort of looking at me going, what the f is going on? Which made me laugh, which, like, oh, right. And then got dressed, right? I made it here into the chair. Jane had to set this up. I'm sat in the chair going, move that, put that there. God, right? So I'm here. This is why I know I'll end up in a bucket one day. This is it. So I'll be like this. I've got a tennis book tomorrow. That's got to be cancelled. I haven't got a gig. Oh. Next tour after this one, I'm doing it sitting down. I'm changing the genre. It's not stand up. It's sit down. Hello, everyone. I can't lean forward to read. I can't see your comment. Oh, right. I've got a weightlifter's belt on. Right on. Right. I'm out of breath just because moving hurts. Going around like a gorilla. Oh. So anyway, good to see you. I'll do some of your questions. These might take on a whole new meaning. Right. Oh, I can't see. I can't lean forward to see. Oh, I can't lift up the laptop. Right. So, right, this happens now and again. It's probably happened 10 times significantly in the last 30 years. And then I get little warnings here and there. And it's always when I don't. Well, it's rarely when I'm in the gym or doing something. It's usually putting a toothbrush back or putting the plug in the bath, doing a shoelace up, right? So it gets you unaware when you're not warmed up, right? And the first time it happened was an injury. I was playing, we were on holiday. Might have been the last holiday we had. It was like 25, 30 years ago. We went to Italy. And I think the first day I was playing tennis and it went. And the first time it went was unbelievable. I was arched. I thought I'd broken my back. I'm screaming in agony. No one speaks English. So they got me to my room. Some woman came, injected me with something. She wasn't a nurse or a doctor, just some woman who worked there. I didn't care. I didn't ask for her credentials. I didn't know it was. I didn't even know what was in the needle. So that's how much pain I was in, and I was on the floor and just in agony, like shouting in agony for hours, right? And then whatever she injected me with kicked in. And I was like that for a couple of days. For the first 24 hours, maybe 48 hours, I couldn't move. So Jane was getting me. It hurts to laugh. I'm sorry, mate. So Jane was getting me Budweisers at the minibar, bottles, open them for me. I was drinking the Budweiser and weeing in the bottle, right? And Jane was emptying them, but she came to empty the bottle and she went, "Oh, can I leave that for a minute?" I went, "Why?" She went, "It's still warm." Cracking holiday for Jane. After the second day, I think I could sort of hook myself over Jane and sort of shuffle. I was like a rucksack, right? She'd get me to the toilet, and then I think I could sort of hobble around by the third day. And then every time after that, it's never been as bad. The worst ones, I'm usually up and about, like hobbling after the first day, and then just got to be careful. And then I forget about it for 6 months or a year. Do you know what I mean? And then right, questions. Susie Hope, can you please bring back in a drain? Tonight, my suggestion is Derek and Kev walking by. I can't walk, can I? Right. So Derek and Kev walking along. Derek. What? Look. It's in a drain. What? So that was anyone who's tuned in for the first time. How did that start? So in a drain started that I was spoofing bad observational, like people say, I think of weird stuff, like well, how would Margaret Thatcher go to the fishmongers? It'd be something like this. So I was spoofing that and did the most ridiculous thing. Celebrities walking past, seeing in a drain, right? So that's just an update. Oh. This is a weird video, isn't it? Just watching a man in agony. Just watching a man in agony, waiting for death, trying to be funny. If you lived for eternity, well, that's never going to happen, is it? Luckily. This is from Leslie. If you lived for an eternity and was asked to choose the age you would live forever and ever, what age would you pick? Oh, okay. So, well, before I did my back in, I think I was about 30. So it'd be. So, do you mean an age that I was that was the best age I'd been, or I could still be me now, but I'd have the biological body of my 20-year-old self or 28-year-old self or whatever? Or do you mean I've got to be the age that I was with all that came with that? Like I'm 24 again, but I'm on the dole eating nothing but beans. If it's like I am now, will you choose what would be my peak fitness? It probably would be about 28 for a man, wouldn't it? In terms of like speed and strength and youth. I don't know. If it's got to be and everything that comes with it, it would be a lot later. You know, like I don't know. My 50-year-old self, I'd say, had a better life than my 18-year-old self, if you know what I mean. So it depends. At the moment, I'm just hope I don't live much longer. Oh, it's hard to concentrate. I apologise. Let's get through this. That's 10 minutes. I might not make the half hour, guys. But Bella, I have a few nicknames that my mum and dad call me. For example, Belbo Baggins, Bellatron, and for what I've rolled in Fox Poo, Bella Smells. Bella Smeller. Bella Smeller. Do you have nicknames? I didn't really. At school, they couldn't do a lot. I think Gervais. Oh, that was about it, really. Not really. Now and again, I don't even notice that anymore. But like when if I go out, I go saying, "See ya, bye." She goes, "Bye, fatty." I think bye, just like it's normal. No, bye, fatso. Is that a nickname? Oh God, Joey. Joey, you awaken to the news. You will live the rest of your life as one of the Mr. Men. It would be an improvement, wouldn't it? I mean, Mr. Useless would be an improvement to the way I feel at the moment. They are. They missed a trick there, didn't they? What's his name? Hargreaves. Mr. Useless fuck. Oh, I can't bend up. I can't cross my legs. Oh, God. Oh. Your options are Mr. Muddle, yeah, Mr. Tall. Well, I'm about an inch short at the moment, and my spine's collapsed. Mr. Nosy. I assume Mr. Muddle gets things all muddled up, does he? Says the wrong thing. I can't remember. Mr. Tall. Mr. Nosy. Does he just go interfere? Or has he just got a big nose? Is he great at smelling stuff? Or do people go, mind your own fucking business? Probably that one. My nose is still growing. Your nose nears. I assume that's because it's got cartilage in it, and cartilage does it? Oh. This isn't fun for you, is it? This must be awful to watch. You know what I mean? Like when you find like an injured frog, and you can't do anything with it. You can't save it. You can't take it to the vet because the vet will go, "What you bring the frog in for?" Although I want to. So you don't know what to do you? It's just horrible to watch. Oh. Why am I doing this? I don't need to do this. Oh, I should be lying in a heap, drinking wine. Right. Titch. Oh, I meant to bring your book in to show people. Oh. If we stopped eating chickens, would they then evolve so they could fly? Love Titch. Oh, and what did you think of Mummy's book? I thought it was great, Titch. I intended to show it, but I forgot because I was crawling round the house like a fat gorilla. This chair is not even that comfortable when you haven't got a bad back. So I'm having to keep my arms straight to press my spine against the back like that, and I've got my elbow there. Get used to it, Rick. No. chickens can fly a bit, can't they? They sort of flap around. Now, I assume they never flew unless we selectively bred it out of them. But they're very primitive, aren't they? They're probably like early, straight from lizard to flappy thing. Because there was a time when sort of lizards, their scales became sort of feathers, and they could flap a bit and glide, and run up trees better, aided by flappiness. So I'm not a zoologist, so I don't know if they've ever flown. Um, but no, I don't know what the evolution would be. I mean, it depends what's right for them, isn't it? It's not there's not an aim to evolution. I'd have thought flight would be pretty much an advantage to everything that wanted to do it. But then you can't get too heavy, and sometimes heavy's an advantage for size. Uh, you know, it's better to be big and tough. Like a hippo doesn't need to fly away from, does he? Think how big the wings a hippo would. I'm sorry, guys. I can't concentrate at the moment. Oh, it's horrible. You forget how much you rely on your spine. Well, you don't really, do you? You don't think about it. It's not a revelation, is it? That if your spine's, it's tougher to get around, isn't it? I could win the Nobel Prize for that. Just put that in. If your spine is, it's much harder to get around. Oh, I'm out of breath where I'm so tense all the time. You know what I mean? Okay, now I don't complain though. I just get on with it. Leopold and Loveday. If you had to write a song about Pickle, how would it go, and what would you call it? Can you sing it? I haven't got a song, have I? Now's not the time, Leopold and Loveday. We sing everything. I'll just go. I'm gonna get a beer. Go around there singing. Sometimes we replace words to classic songs, like Pretty Woman, or Little Pickle walking down the street, Little Pickle with a furry feet. That counts as a song. Oh God, Scarlet. I love all seasons because each one brings new sights and smells. That's true. So do I. I like the change in seasons. Especially love scenting after thunderous rain on a hot day. Yeah. Do you have a favourite season? I think the first thing that came to mind there. I do like all seasons. Yeah. Um, obviously, the one I don't like much is rain. If it's raining, any season, it sort of ruins it. You don't like wet clothes and stuff. Um, so, yeah, the rainy seasons, whatever that is, isn't good. I love spring because you're coming out of winter, and summer's great if it's nice. But my favourite is probably, I'd be specific here, I'd say an Indian summer. Like if September and October are sunny and sort of warm, that's perfect for me. A 70, 75-degree September, October, I absolutely love that. The leaves are falling or changing. It feels like a bonus. So yeah, that would be my favourite season. Oh, Mick, more and more I notice the tragedy in your comedy. Even Brent was a bit of a sad tragic, yeah. Do you think that coming from a normal council house background put you in good stead for this type of writing, seeing humour in darker things? Yeah, definitely. I think it's no coincidence that humour comes from some form of struggle or deprivation or poverty or oppression. I think it was more that everyone got on with it and saw the funny side of it, whatever it was. There was almost a nobility in poverty. Do you know what I mean? I never felt inferior. It's a celebration, really. That, you know, as I've said before, I think comedy at its best is saying we're all useless, we're all prats, so it's all right. So yeah, certainly. And then the more serious side of it, I think, has come more with age. That so everyone's suffering, whether they, well, I am at the moment. So even when you sort of create a or a villain, I like to redeem them and show why they're like that. You know, everyone's got a story. You should never assume that everyone's having a better day than you. You don't know what they're going through. You know, so everyone might have a reason for not being at their best. So I think that's what it taught me. Yeah. And my mum always said, "There's always someone worse off than you." I find that hard to believe at the moment. Honestly, it's fact. whatever I was doing, she does always, you know, I couldn't moan. She'd go, well, at least you know, this and that. I'm like, yeah. If I wouldn't eat my food, she'd say, there's a kid in Africa that is starving. You know, so I think that's sort of where it came from, which is why I eat so much. Oh God, Jane. If there was a Ricky Gervais talking doll, what 4 phrases would it say? And where would he have to pull the string? Small of the back, classic. Pull the string there. Pull the string there. What would it say? What do I say? I go, sake. Cracking Hamlet. Sake. I suppose you could have some catchphrase when you're having a laugh. Or Tony's got a few, hasn't he, in Afterlife? Snot curdling. That's a good one, that. What about this? Be kind to animals. For sake. Snot curdling. Yeah, make that. I should have left it. That's a good one. I should have left it. For sake. Snot. What was the first one? Oh, God. I need some stronger painkillers. This is like art, isn't it? There's some sort of weird art. Just a man in terrible pain talking to cats and dogs. I'll say it again. You wouldn't get George Clooney doing this. If George Clooney was in this much pain, he wouldn't be doing this, would he? Oh, he'd release a statement. Gang, I am sorry that I can't make it. I'm in agony. Oh, Easy Rider. Are you Dennis Hopper or Peter Fonda? I've never seen that film. I think Jane said it was the first film she went to see. I've never seen it. I can't answer it. I like both of those. Dennis Hopper, I think. He sort of grizzled, didn't he? I look a bit like him. Carween. When you were at school, did you have a little gang sitting at the back of class sniggering? Yeah. What made you laugh the most back at school, and what sort of stuff did you get up to? I remember my school days as all being a laugh. Just like from beginning, like as you went to school, the first mate you bumped into, you'd start mucking around and pointing things out. And I was the one at the back that would try and make people laugh, to try and get them in trouble. It was like a game. If they laughed, they'd be heard. The teacher would go, "Ah, Greaves, he made me laugh, miss. If he asked you to jump off a bridge, would you?" So I was that kid. What did we laugh at? Did you used to do that thing when you had to, a group of you had to like hum really quietly and get louder? I bet, I'm sure you did. So you go, then a couple of you do it, and the teacher, they could just do, Why do you want to wind up teachers? Because they were in charge. They said they were in charge. They came in and they said, "We're in charge." That was their first mistake. If they'd come in and said, we're in this together, then things would be different. Oh, okay. Oh. Love, Everett, love Absolutely Mental podcast. But you're surprised that Sam said, since we can't begin to understand consciousness, that this is the basis for him being agnostic about what happens after death. Yeah, I was surprised because he said he's not sure that it's nothingness. And I went, really? And then I remember on another one, I came back and I quizzed him again. And I think I eventually settled on that he means we're all technically agnostic because we can't know. Like technically, as an atheist, I'm also agnostic. So because one deals with knowledge and one deals with belief. So we're all agnostic, really. So we're all agnostic because no one knows whether there's a God or not, technically. And some agnostic, so everyone's agnostic, right? Some don't know but choose to believe there's a God, the faithful, and some don't know, so choose not to believe there's a God. It's as simple as that. But it's almost like it's an irrelevant question. Are you agnostic? Because we're all agnostic. So forget that one. And you've got to say, now, what do you believe? What's your best guess? Now, I say my best guess is it's made up nonsense because there's been 3,000 gods and people happen to believe in the God that their mum and dad did, or their teachers did, or the country they were born in did. So I think he means he's agnostic like that he's technically agnostic about what happens after death because no one really knows. But I think he must say that his best guess is nothing. I don't know. I'll have to go back to him and put it to him like that. It's like the 13.5 billion years before you're born. That's what it's like. And that was all right, wasn't it? Last question. Sorry. Oh, I made it through. I made it through the rain. Otis, it is impossible to hum while you blow your nose. Is it? I guess so. Your eyes close when you sneeze. Yeah? Have you ever tried to keep them open? Well, I did think about that, but then I thought, well, no, it obviously closes for a reason. And I think it's to keep them in your head. So don't try and open your eyes when you sneeze, because what might happen is you sneeze and they pop out. That that was my fear. Oh. That I'll show Otis and go, shoot. Now, Otis, you look what's happened. And I'm there. Bollock face. Oh, right. Thank you. Thank you for your concern. I'm going to go and lie in a heap now and drink wine, cancel tennis tomorrow. And thanks for downloading Absolutely Mental. You'll love it. Go to absolutelymental.com. It's $15. So what's that? £10? And it's like 11 podcasts. And we're halfway through the second series recording it, and that'll be out soon. Is anyone working on something like a sort of a robo thing for me? Like just a thing that I sit in, I click into it and it goes zzz, like that, like I'm a little robot. So if my back goes, it's fine. I'm just walking around. That'd be good. Thank you very much, everyone. I'm going to go and lie on the floor drinking wine through a straw. Oh, tatty bye, everyone. Be nice to animals. Tatty bye.